Good morning, beautiful people. I am back. Matter of fact, hit that like button, subscribe to my page, and hit the bell notification. My husband and I, we were coming back from my friend's house yesterday. It was probably a little after 12. And I noticed this lady riding southbound up on her bike really fast. Like she was trying to get away from somebody. Well, here comes this dude right behind her on his bike, and he's yelling, "Victoria, Victoria." She pulls up to this apartment, she gets off her bike, and she's fixing to knock on the door. Well, all of a sudden, he gets up there, and he throws down his bike along the curb, walks real fast up to the house, and he's trying to grab her, well, to the apartment. He's trying to grab her, and she's putting her bike between herself and him. He dragged her all the way to the curb, threw her down on the ground, and beat the snot out of her. She was attacked, assaulted, right there in public. Multiple beagles up and down the road. And the side where it happened is a funny little intersection. It's almost in a T shape, but it's more curved. But that's beside the point. He's out there just wailing on her. I mean, she's screaming, she's crying, and everything. Well, the dude that lives up in the apartment, well, it was the lady first. She came outside. The white lady with blonde hair, pretty thin. She came out there, then the black dude came out there, and then the lady that lives in the apartment next door, she came out there, and everything, and they were standing there. All the cars that were at this stoplight on Hallmark Avenue that were going from west to east, their light was red. They saw what was happening right there in front of them, and nobody did anything. Nobody did a darn thing. I couldn't get across the street. I'm on the other side of the street, and where I would have had to cross that light was green going from south to north. So all of a sudden, this guy, he just stopped. And she's out there screaming, saying, he hurt me. She couldn't even walk. The white lady with the blonde hair, and the black guy went up over there to the curb, picked her up, and carried her back up inside their apartment. Little tiny thing. She could have been more than $110 at the most. And she was skinny, a little tiny thing. But the guy that was assaulting her, Hispanic male, about 220, maybe 240 in weight, about 5'8" at the most, and been 5'9", I don't know. But I mean, as loud as she was screaming, and nobody helped. Nobody. And people don't tell me I didn't help either, because I already know that. I wasn't willing to get squished by crossing the street at that intersection where I was at, because, like I said, I was on the south side of that light, but it was on the east. It was on the west side, going east, that the light was red. But on my side, on the south side, that light was still green. That's beside the point. As loud as she was hollering, and all those people that were at that red light, nobody got up out of their vehicles to help her. We got up a little further up the street here, and we seen 2 police cars. One police officer was walking to his vehicle. I said, there was a lady assaulted down there. I described what the man looked like, blah, 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 the whole 9 yards to this officer. Hispanic male, goatee, about 240, 5'8", maybe 5'9", so on and so on. And what he did to this lady, those officers didn't do a darn thing. They both got up in their vehicles and pulled up a little further around the corner of this apartment complex. And that's where they sat. They did not get in their vehicles to go down there to look. And I described the apartment, which one they were in, that they carried the Hispanic lady into. Because, like I said, she couldn't walk. She couldn't walk. It's horrible. Killeen Police Department, 2 officers, 2, totally ignored. Totally ignored. It's horrible. Horrible. And God will get you for it too. Because when you need help, there ain't going to be nobody there for you. Nobody. Just like you weren't there for her. And all those vehicles that were there at that red light and saw this man beating the snot, assaulting, attacking this poor little thing. God will get you too, because y'all didn't do a darn thing. Yeah, I could have ran across the street, and I'm telling you, at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, traffic is heavy. I live up in a military town. Traffic is heavy at that time. Everybody's running up on posts to go, eat. I understand. Yeah, it could have been squished. I would have ended up in the hospital. But hopefully she didn't go back to this man. Or else we'll be reading it up in the Killeen Daily Herald. Alright, beautiful people. You'll come back now here.